Let's get into it, baby.
Ah, yeah, it's time to travel and bang, baby.
This is Travel Bang. I am Marky Bravo the Mulatto. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games here to talk about the dark arts of seduction and the nuance of game. I'm glad you came. This one's going to be a fun one, and there'll be many people who do not agree with this video, but I will do it anyway. Okay? Because I think there's a lot of men that need to hear this because it's an evolution. It's a process. You know what I mean? But when you understand this, you also understand a little bit on a deeper level of the women that you encounter and what they're experiencing psychologically. And that really transcends, you know what I mean? Sexuality, intimacy, romance, whatever have you, okay? So let's get into it. Gentlemen, the truth is that you're gonna meet most women, okay? And you're not gonna feel real explosively lava hot attracted to the women you meet, even if they're super aesthetically pleasing to look at. You know what I mean? Like 1 to 10, if we're gonna go on that scale, which I hate that scale, 8, 9, and 10. She looks really good, but biologically, you know what I mean? You're not finding her jokes funny, and that's where we go back to spinning plates, dating multiple women. So you narrow down the one who's the most serious, who you have the most chemistry with. This is what it's about. I'm not teaching men to be gigolo players, but you know, don't buy the car if you haven't test driven it first. And with some cultures, you do have arranged marriages. You do have arranged relationships. And don't get me wrong, I've met women who want that. They want an arranged marriage or a relationship. You can see them all over Tinder and Bumble. You know, that's the ones who say, not here to hook up. You know what I mean? Either you're serious or blah, blah. Well, how do you know if you want to be serious with me, you know, girl? How do you know that? They want an arranged relationship. They want to be able to look at your photo like you're a piece of food on a menu, I guess, and say, yes, you. And then have instant meetup and instant whatever. And then if you decide, hey, it's not for you, they get angry about it. Gentlemen, a relationship always evolves from something non-serious. That's the spice of life. That is the secret to a long-lasting relationship. Not to focus on the end, not to watch the movie on Netflix and then forward it all the way to the end. That's no fun. A relationship is a journey. Dating is a journey. Dating is giving an opportunity to have fun time, share fun times together, and for lovemaking to happen between you and the woman. Whatever type of lovemaking it is. Maybe you're into slow, passionate lovemaking. Maybe you're into rough, you know what I mean? Rough type of, you know what? Maybe you're into S&M. Maybe you're more of a bondage person. You know what I mean? Mix it up. Try different things. It's a beautiful world, and the journeys we can have can be a great experience. You know what I mean? To be open-minded and to not try to take anything personal. And that's what makes it easier, going back to traveling, when you travel and you could just, because you know when you're on a time limit, you're just visiting, to walk up to women randomly and to be able to say, hey, my name's blah, blah, blah. I'm from fill in the blank. You know, I'm visiting. You know what I mean? I'm here to make friends. You won't care then because time is not on your side. So you're more apt, you're more prone then to cold approach women wherever you go. I know because I do it when I travel. And I just don't care because I know I won't be there long enough in that country at that moment in time to feel rejected and feel bad. Neither should you feel that way ever. forever. And being universal will change your life. You know the worst thing, and I know we all been through this, you ever met a woman who you just weren't her type racially or ethnicity wise or whatever? Isn't that mind-blowing? It's mind-blowing, but it's not. I can hear some guys in the background saying, no, it ain't mind-blowing, I'm only into this. So what? We all got our type. You're right. We all got our type. But I've noticed as time goes by, as I get older, the more universal I get, the more less restrictions there are. I do have my type. You know what I mean? People who know me know I majority-wise date Caucasian women and Latinas. They know that. That's the majority of the type of women I date. But there's always an exception to the rule. There's always an exception to the rule. That there might be an Asian woman or a black woman, a morena, you know what I mean? That I'm into, that I'm feeling. Always an exception to the rule. And if you live with that policy, that, hey, I have my type, but there's always an exception to the policy, it will just change your whole view on the stratosphere. You know what I mean? It just does. You know what I mean? To know that when you travel, okay, and I know there's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of guys telling you, don't do it, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you stupid. You can't do it in your own hometown. No, I'm telling you, you need to do it everywhere. You need to drop game in your hometown, in your city, your area, wherever, and use that as a practice rounds. You know what I mean? The more, this is a numbers game, gentlemen. The more you talk to women, the more you approach, the more, even online, the more you do it, you'll narrow it down, because I'm be honest with you, the odds are not in any man's favor, okay? They're just not. And I know men who are extremely wealthy, and you know what I mean? Yeah, getting some gold diggers is easy, but I'm saying where there's real life passionate chemistry is very hard. So it's a numbers game. And at the end, out of 20 or 50 women, there might be three, if you're lucky, that are really bout it. They're a ride or die chicks, a ride or die. They like you. They're attracted to you. And it's not necessarily about what you bring to the table financially. There's something about who you are, your mystique of who you are, the je ne sais quoi, that which can't put in words, that they're into. But you're not going to run into them if you're hiding somewhere, you're hiding out somewhere in a cave. You know what I mean? Being all docile, being all to the back in the shadows. You got to come out. No more ninja stuff. You got to come out and go full blown. As we already told, that the ultimate game on apps, okay? If you're talking about app game, getting professional photos made. You know how many dudes I'm telling you, if you were to flip-flop it and go on a woman's account on Tinder and look at these dudes' account, they don't have any real good photos. Because remember, everything online is a photo gallery contest. You don't have to be the best looking guy, but the photo has to be getting your best angles and basically in a short term show who you are. So that's, if you want to master app game, get the right photos made. And I don't know about you, I like having a very busy love life. So I'm getting the right photos made, okay? The worst thing you can do is go through a drought, okay? What is it that we all humans enjoy, whether we admit it or not? SEX. That's what we enjoy. Yes, it makes us feel good. It keeps you fit, keeps you youthful, keeps you, you know what I mean? You're just expressing, yes, expressing a certain side of you that is just transcends just who you are. And the woman that you're with, or maybe you have multiple, maybe you have two women, but we'll use, you know, the regular standard, you know what I mean? The woman that you're with, you get to build energy, because that's what it is. Building energy together and just dispersing it, letting it go together. And it's beautiful. We're not talking about, you hear horror stories of 3 minutes, 5 minutes. No, we're talking about 1 hour at least solid, just, you know what I mean? Double monkey backflips. You and her just doing it, creating immense energy together. And to go long periods without that, no human, no man should have to suffer that. No man has to suffer that. And that's why I tell you to get your app game right with the pictures, not to get into detail, writing your whole life story on there. You know what I mean? And then, as I said, get them off the phone, get them off the app as soon as possible. If they're about it, get them off the app and onto your personal messenger as soon as possible. The WhatsApp or the Telegram. Get them off that and say, that's fine, that's great, but let's talk on my WhatsApp. Let's talk on my Telegram. Let's talk on my just regular texting on my phone. Get them off. And then from there, no conversations on the phone past 10 minutes. When you look at the clock, 10 minutes, okay, that's nice. Hey, but how about you tell me all about it when we meet up? And you keep it there. As soon as you kill the mystery of getting to know you, they don't want to get to know you. I've made that mistake in the past. Oh my God, I talk a whole hour with some chick and then she didn't even want to meet me after then because she thought psychologically, she thought she already knew who I was. Just off of, you know what I mean? And I ruined it. You don't want to kill the sexual tension. Okay, I hate to use that word, the sexual tension. You don't want to kill it. You got to keep it compressed. You got to keep it there. You know what I mean? You don't want to tell your whole life story. You don't want to give away all the mystery of who you are. Okay? And the women, I get it. I hear guys out there saying, but what about the ones who don't play ball with that? Well, I'm like I told you, the majority of women today on the dating apps and online are just there for entertainment. They're not there to meet men. They're not there to date or have relationships or nothing. The majority of women are there for entertainment. And that's why now in this day and age, you gotta double up. You gotta go even in deeper, harder. You know what I mean? And come up with different lines that suit you. Here's one that I heard a couple weeks ago, which blew my mind because I didn't think that this worked, but it did on every woman. Every woman, when he talked and laughed and ha ha ha, and he would do something for the woman, and then he would end up saying, hey, you owe me lunch. And the woman would be like, huh? He's like, yeah, you owe me lunch. And the way he said it was comical, but serious. So the woman, you could tell, the women he said it to get confused. They'd be like, oh, I guess he's serious. And for the women who liked him would actually invite him for lunch. They'd be like, okay, when are you available, right? The women who didn't kind of just brushed it off. And it was hook, line, and sinker. You owe me lunch, baby. That's all he said. That's how he hooked them in. And then that's what my main point is, gentlemen, you gotta learn what works for you. Right? Hook, line, and sinker, your strategy, your tactics, your maneuvers. You're going to mess up. You're going to say stupid, goofy things. But when you go in, you don't care. Remember, if biology is on your side, it doesn't matter what you say. The biology is on your side. You can say stupid, goofy shit, and the woman is going to be totally feeling it, regardless. Now, for the other women who biology isn't on the side, and I totally get it. I mean, most of the women who meet me say, I wasn't even into you. I wasn't even attracted to you when I met you, right? And how did I flip that around? You flip that around by building the tension and saying, keep going at it, keep pursuing. Because remember, as a man, you have to pursue. And then before you know it, a lot of women go, okay, I'll give him a chance. No, let's go. And then, you know, when touch and kissing and rubbing and feeling comes into play, because you made that move and she just goes along with it, then all of a sudden, now remember, it's women is how they feel, not how they think, it's how they feel. Now she feels different about you. She sees you in a different light. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna repeat it again. Most women who've met me are not really that attracted to me, okay? They're not. And most women who are meeting most men out there are not really attracted to them. And the guys that are winning, the men that I see that are winning because they keep, they keep pressing forward. If you don't get a direct rejection, like F off, oh, go away, then she didn't reject you. She just brushed you off. That doesn't mean quit. That means keep going. Check in with her 2 weeks later. Oh yeah, she brushed you off. Check in with her 2 weeks later. Oh yeah, she brushed you off, until she blocks you or says go away. You're still in the game. Remember that. Remember that. So many men make this fatal mistake, okay? Whether you're gaming in town or out of town, remember that. This has been another jewel for the Nile. This is the one and only Travel and Bang. Please share if you find value. And till next time, asombroso.